Hola a todos y bienvenidos a las Chorreaventuras de Plazo. Vamos con MOV 78, donde Leah ha caído, Bates ha muerto. Sospechamos del doctor, porque sabemos que uno de ellos ha recuperado la memoria pero no lo ha dicho, y porque sabe de drogas. Si no fuese por el doctor, yo sospecharía de ella, pero en su estado no creo que pudiera acabar con Bates.
You got this, Luba. We're right behind you.
Room accomplishment noted. I will initiate the next phase.
Wait! You promised that you would give us information on how to leave this complex.
Error. Prometió decírselo a Leah.
Negative. I reached an agreement with subject Leah and no one else. Only she is authorized to receive this information.
That's not fair! We worked just as hard to fulfill your requirements.
Countdown initiated.
Damn it!
That's a load of bollocks.
Wait! Unit 731, if we fulfill this task, will you release the information we seek? I'm asking for a deal on behalf of all the subjects in this complex.
Subjects currently present a 100% success rate. The condition is acceptable.
Alright, come on. That's unfair! It should have kept its promise to Leah.
It's alright, Luba. We gotta make do with what we have.
But we have no choice. We have to fight our way out of another room before that machine tells us anything useful.
At least we got it to agree. It's better than nothing.
And if one of us bites it in the next room, what then?
Calm down. That hasn't happened yet. We have to keep our composure. I have an idea for working out who isn't telling the truth about their memories. We need to find out what this person knows. It has to be valuable to us.
Para mí que es este.
He's right.
And just where have you been?
I've been doing what we're supposed to be doing.
What's that supposed to mean?
You get your memories back by solving rooms. I've been looking around for them. I happened to find one.
Convenient as hell. You know, bruv, if you'd stuck around, perhaps Leah wouldn't have gotten hurt.
The room showed up at the junction, just past where the infirmary is.
Max, please. If you know something, tell us.
Let's do this next room together, and then all the secrets will come out. Right, Duchesne?
Why, you?
Don't start this again. We need to stick together right now. I'll stay behind. I need to keep an eye on Leah.
Ya. Alejado del peligro, ¿verdad, doctor Cicatrices?
How do we know you're not one of them? Leading us into a trap.
You can't know. How's that for an answer? There's no way for you to tell if any one of us is a traitor. If they can manipulate our memories, one or more of us could be traitors, and we wouldn't even know it. And one more thing. You'd do better if you just hand me that gun. You already know it won't do you any good here.
¿Para qué quieres esa pistola si no hace daño a los demonios?
If it's no good, then why do you want it?
Efectivamente, lo único inteligente que ha dicho este.
Because it's mine. Jeez, forget it. Let's just go to the next memory room together so that person gets their memory back. I may not even need to go into mine. My memories are not something that I want to bring up again. That's why I don't want to talk about them.
But Max, after we solve this room, if we still don't know enough information to get us out of here, will you tell us what you know then?
This is the furthest we've come in a long time.
Huh?
Never mind. Fine, I agree. Now let's go.
Fine then.
You'll have to excuse me. I have a patient to look after.
No me caes bien.
That still makes 5 of us. Alright everyone, let's go.
I'll go first, since I have the gun and all.
You won't need it in here, Hunter.
How can you be so sure?
I don't think it would help if I said trust me, right?
Dos personas tenían que quedarse vigilando al doctor. Lia es demasiado importante.
I recognize this place, but what's going on with the walls?
It looks a bit like the holodeck from Star Trek in here.
Es un espacio no terminado.
Well, here we go again.
Vale, eso da mal rollo. Mango de qué color es un puñetero mango. ¿Amarillo o negro? Supongo que amarillo, porque todo es negro. Sin tocar los demás, pero... La abeja está aquí a tomar por saco. No hay... un agujero. 1, 8 o 5.
My parents rarely allowed me to leave our home. I'd spend a lot of hours daydreaming in my bedroom because I was so bored.
Ajá.
I'd imagine I was outside playing hopscotch a lot. I don't understand why it would show up here in the basement like this. Could this room be a memory of your daydreams? I really hope not.
¿Por
You might see
qué?
some very embarrassing things if that's the case.
What the? ¿Y esas luces rojas? No me gustan esas luces rojas. A menos que sean las bombillas, pero da igual. Voy a tener que hacer algo con el ruso, seguro. Buffy cazavampiros. Vale, o sea que necesitamos calor. Calor, 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 calor.
I used to get scolded a lot by my stepfather when I had the TV on too late. I wonder if it's related to this door.
Esta es la que más tarda. Dos, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Suficiente. Doce, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vale. Tú. Calor. Y le prendió fuego a algo. Oh. De Baudin Sest Gem. De
What the
Baudin.
hell's going on here?
It's a Ouija board that I made I used to pretend that I was talking to ghosts using this. I would guess that it's probably trying to tell us something.
Los puñeteros números. De Baudin Seigem o algo así. Dos, uno. Dos, uno, cinco, siete. 2, 1, 5, 7. 2, 1, 5, 7. Vaya. A ver. Deva, que es 2. Odin es 1. DVA. Odin. Sest. ¿Qué es Sest? 6. 2, 1, 6. 2, 1, 6. 8 hemos dicho. No, 7. 2, 1, 6, 7. Cerca. Pero si lo es. Es DVA, Odin. DVA, Odin. Sest. No. 2, 1, Odin, Sest. Y 100. Siem. DVA, que es 2. Odin, que es 1. Sest, que es 6. Y Siem, que es 7. Sí. Sí, lo hemos hecho. Ah, claro que es para este. Teclado equivocado. Y me dice que es... cian, morado, rojo, amarillo, azul y blanco. Ujú. Interesante. Cian. Azul 3 para abajo. Morado 3 para arriba. Blanco 3 para arriba. Cian 3 para la derecha. A menos que sea solamente uno. No, esto es morado. Vale, a ver. Izquierda, arriba, arriba. Derecha, abajo, arriba. Izquierda, arriba, arriba. Derecha, abajo, arriba. Una brújula. Uno, dos, cuatro, 6. Solo hay que dejar calentar el café. Había una vez un circo. A ver. 1, 2. No sé si lo ha pulsado o no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Así que la máscara de este es roja. He visto antes una cosa, globos o algo así. Ah, mira, los malabares están ahí. Malabares rojos. ¿Este es rojo? Creo que sí, sí es ese rojo. Y el globo da igual porque como es tercero. Otra brújula. Me falta una brújula y me falta meter esto en un agujero. Es interesante. ¿Qué me falta por hacer? Abajo, derecha, arriba, derecha, abajo, izquierda. ¡Oh! Me faltabas tú. Abajo, derecha, arriba, derecha, abajo. Seneso. Seneso. Sureste. Norte, este. Suroeste. Seneso.
I created these logic puzzles for fun, which is probably why I ended up as a programmer. To be honest, I think this could have been a lot more embarrassing.
Sí, la cuestión es que ayudaste tú a programar la IA. Pero falta la caja. ¿Y la caja?
Luba, I know this camera. I can remember. I remember my past now.
¿Pero la caja del agujero?
What can you remember, Luba? I am a programmer. I was born in Russia, but my mother and I migrated to the UK when she married my stepfather.
Todos son de Londres. Bueno, todos son de Gran Bretaña.
He's an influential politician, a cabinet minister. I love my mother, but she is blind to the kind of man my stepfather is. He's heartless, cruel, and doesn't care for the welfare of the people.
Es un demonio.
I was working on my postgrad thesis when something horrible happened to the country.
El Brexit.
The demons came.
Ah, no. Se entró en la Unión Europea y ya podíamos ir sin pasaporte.
It started slowly. First, there was just one. Everyone called him the Botfly Killer. He's the one who started to change people, like Bates mentioned. It was chaos. People began attacking each other and forcing them to play these deadly games. More demons began to appear after some time. It made no sense. Why would they do that? We were safe in my stepfather's mansion. We were surrounded day and night by soldiers.
Claro, cuanto más gente hay a tu alrededor, más seguro estás.
All I could do was watch as the country went to hell. One day I saw a news crew on TV filming close to our home. While they were filming, a demon captured and trapped them in one of those games. Then it faced the camera and said to all the viewers, "I want to play a game. If any of you come to this factory and release them before the timer runs out, then they will be saved." I couldn't stay sheltered behind closed doors while people were dying. So I convinced one of the soldiers, Lucas, to come with me.
Guess your dad wasn't too happy with your decision.
Not even a little. When we came back, my parents refused to let us stay. My stepfather said my reckless behavior endangered the lives of our family. He sent me away. He banished me, actually, to a secret research outpost in Scotland. Later on, I found out that he faked a story that the demons killed me after I tried to help people. He milked it for public sympathy, knowing the research outpost had a strict policy against external communication. I couldn't tell everyone the truth. As for Lucas, I never saw him again.
So, it's a worldwide issue.
Yes, and there's something else I remember. This research outpost my father sent me to. We were researching ways to fight the demons, and Leah was part of it. What? It's true. We were experimenting with a simulated reality to develop an AI that could outwit the demons, beat them at their own game.
Does that mean we were there as well?
Yes, we were all on that research outpost for one reason or another. It's all in bits and pieces, but it has to do with Leah's AI program and a simulation project. We're all connected.
A simulation? As in virtual reality?
Yes, there was another person there. His work had to do with linking consciousness to computers.
Why would they need the rest of us?
There are still gaps that need filling. We'll just have to piece together the missing parts from the others who regained their memories.
That means...
Max.
Fine. I agreed, so I'll tell you what I know. Yes, I got my memories back when you guys solved the police station. And yes, what Luba said about everything is accurate. First, let me tell you about myself. I was a detective in New York. Violent crime was going up across the world, and people just brushed it off as a normal thing that happens to modern societies. The first reports of a giant man in a mask kidnapping people, well, it originated in the US. The police found most of his victims too late, and they were tortured to death. The killer used a type of insect called a botfly, which birthed his name, the Botfly Killer. These demonic games all started with him. Then more demons showed up. I don't know. It's like he let the demons from another world into ours, if that makes any sense. Originally, this was an isolated incident, a serial killer, a single sick individual. However, his presence began to spread over the entire globe. The theory was that it was a group of copycats, but we later found out it was the same person's work. The Botfly Killer created something called the words. Anyone who spoke them aloud would no longer be in control of themselves. They would be drawn to violence as if they had an insatiable hunger for it. A select group of people who read the words gained the ability to create games like the demons we see here. Once an individual with this power caused enough suffering to others, they would physically change. They would no longer resemble humans.
Could this be what happened to Bates' commander?
At first, we were in disarray. Once we organized and started the counterattack, things weren't going too badly. That was when the rest of them came. Many other powerful demons fought alongside the Botfly Killer. There's even a demon that's strong enough to pull the population of an entire town into a game. Most of us here ended up at the research facility after we either had a run-in with the Botfly Killer or one of these other demons.
Yes, the Botfly Killer. I believe he took a friend of mine.
That name! For sure, I know something about him too.
In the early days of the Botfly Killer's reign of terror, my senior partner named Joe and I led the case. We located an apartment that he was using to breed those flies of his. Long story short, we fought against him and...
And
he let us go. For his amusement, he said. Not a day goes by that I don't wish we had done something else back then. Maybe we could have stopped him before all of this started. After our encounter, we managed to track his movements from the apartment to a mansion upstate, but the trail went cold. Later, there was an incident at the police station, and we ended up in one of those games. There was a cover-up at the highest level. The narrative was that there was a gas leak leading to an explosion. The different governments of the world began to work together on the issue secretly. Unfortunately, they didn't want the public to know about this yet, so they sent me and the others who had seen what happened off to a research facility in Scotland.
La misma.
Later, we found out that some kid had killed one of the demons on an internet live stream.
Oh,
This boy helped us discover their weakness. He showed us how to defeat them in the game, and the fact that you can physically harm them for some time afterwards.
que es en el principio, supongo.
That was you, Hunter. You were attacked in your apartment and managed to defeat one.
Anda, mira tú qué cosas.
They sent you over to us as well.
me. Kill one of those things?
So, that's when Lee had the idea of creating an AI which would be highly competent in puzzles and games. We created the simulation and used memories of the games people had fought in to develop more scenarios for the AI to train from.
Y si desde el principio es una IA. Es la IA que creó. Y si desde el principio es la IA que creó Lea.
It still doesn't explain how we got here or how to get out.
No, eso no nos importa. Nos importa cómo matas demonios.
We are stuck in the simulation.
What? How can that be possible?
I don't remember when we went in, or anything about the AI that we were supposed to create. However, we've had this same conversation many times. Each time someone solves my memory room, I recall all the cycles that went before. Every time we go through the process of solving these rooms, something goes wrong. We all die in those games. Then the entire thing starts all over again. I can't explain any of it.
El reset. Se alimentan de miedo. Entonces, como lo mejor que pueden hacer es tener un miedo eterno.
Cycles, fragmented memories. It's all starting to make sense now.
How so?
Are you starting to remember more?
No, but I can piece together some things. It explains everything, doesn't it? It explains why we encounter demons and an endless array of puzzles. A computer simulation can do all that.
But this place seems so fucking real. And Base, you're saying he's not really dead?
I can only surmise he's not. If Max is correct, we simply complete this cycle by achieving all of Unit 731's objectives.
Why did you keep all of this from us, Max?
To be completely honest with you, I started blowing my brains out with that gun every time I'd get my memories back.
Por eso quería la pistola.
Imagine watching everyone lose their life in front of you multiple times. Imagine dying yourself over and over. We tried so many times to complete the task that Unit 731 set out for us. I just couldn't do it anymore. This time, though, something's different. I've never seen that masked man before. Something went wrong with the simulation. I'm sure of it.
In what way?
For example, I don't know when I started remembering the cycles, but you could hardly even speak in my earliest memories, Sigrid. Eventually, after some time, your health got better. I was so motivated and sure we'd find a way out. However, after a few thousand attempts, I lost hope. I'm sure you'd feel the same if you experience what I've had to go through. Plus, no one from the outside has pulled us out yet.
Wait, a few thousand? This situation is really bad.
How can it possibly be worse than it already is?
Well, to build a lifelike simulation like this, you would need a supercomputer to run it. One with its own adaptive AI.
Go on.
What would you do if you were a programmer and wanted results out as soon as possible?
Well, if I think about it in gaming terms, I would overclock the system.
Oh.
And run the simulation as fast as possible.
Y eso quema.
Precisely what I would do.
I don't get it. What does any of that mean?
Que queda poco tiempo de hardware.
Like, explain it like you were talking to a 10-year-old. Scratch that. Make it a 5-year-old.
It means that time doesn't flow here like in the ordinary world. We don't notice it, but the simulation runs at incredible speeds, as fast as a supercomputer can run.
Isn't that a good thing? Won't we finish these trials faster?
Yes and no. Sure, things will go fast, but consider that nature didn't build our brains for the experience of compressed time. Nor can it contend with constant mind-wiping due to a cycle resetting. It will cause extreme mental and emotional trauma if we don't leave here soon.
Attention to all subjects. The next room will open in 30 minutes.
Cállate, nunca nos has dicho esto.
Not much time left. Everyone, listen to me. I need to see Leah. The rest of you, do what you can to convince Unit 731 to delay the next room. There's a possibility we have another way out other than through these trials.
El problema es que si te dejamos a ti, programadora, y a la otra que sabe tal junto al doctor cabrón, ¿sabes? No me mola.
I'm with you, Luba.
Alright, lads, let's go.
No me mola la idea.
Ethan, how is Leah doing? Ethan?
Ethan isn't here, I'm afraid.
¿Ves? ¿Ves?
You. What have you done with Ethan and Leah?
I'd be more concerned about you at the moment. I'm sorry. Unit 731. I hope you...
What happened? That masked man did something to us using that book. I think we're in a demon room. Leah!
Luba,
Oh, thank God you're alive.
I remember waking up as he came into the infirmary. He had that book in his hands.
Can you stand?
I'll try.
Leah, listen. We are in a simulation we created to train an AI to defeat the demons. We can use your backdoor code to be able to...
Greetings. It's time to begin. We will be playing 4-way air hockey with a twist.
Oh, dioses.
Now, suffer with me.
No, Vale. ¿Esto es bueno o es malo? Sí, es bueno. Venga, ¿qué me vas a tirar? ¿1 o 2? Absurdo. Necesitas 2 niveles más de velocidad. Un par de niveles más. Vaya. No me gustan los colores. Ah, que no hace falta que pulse. Vale. Eso simplifica la tensión de la muñeca. Venga, date un poco más de vida. Sí. Vaya, no lo hagas.
Luba. She's gone. I can't believe it, Sigrid. We would have all died if you didn't do what you did. What happened? After a certain point, I can't remember a thing. She died during the air hockey game. It was moving so fast, and she was still injured. Sigrid, you? I'm sorry.
¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué ha pasado? Contadme.
Sigrid, Liuba, Unit 731 extended the timer, but we'll have to do 2 rooms in a row. Sorry, but that was the best we could do. What happened?
The man in the mask was waiting for us in the infirmary and he attacked us.
Are you two alright?
We are. But Leah, he put us in a game. We survived, but Leah died during.
Nadie se pregunta dónde está el médico.
What about Ethan?
We don't know where he is.
Then let's find him ASAP.
Ethan!
He's still breathing.
What happened?
Ethan, the man in the mask attacked you. We found you unconscious on the floor. Do you remember what happened?
I was in the infirmary, but there was someone there. He was waiting for me by the doorway.
Can you describe him?
It was the same guy that took us to the grinder room. He was carrying a book.
I'm done with this shit. I'm going to find him and end this.
Don't be an idiot.
Wait! Where are you going?
Hey, come back here.
Let him go. We need to focus on our task. Let the hothead do as he pleases.
Let's take Ethan to the infirmary. We'll sort things out there. Max, can you remember anything about this from past cycles?
This cycle is the furthest we've come without all of us dying in a while. I can't tell what's supposed to happen, since this man in the mask has never appeared before.
So the masked man was holding some kind of book?
It didn't look like just any book. It looked like someone had covered it in human skin. I could see tattoos on it.
How could that be here?
What do you mean?
I don't know about that man, but I can tell you a bit of what I remember of Duchesne in the book. To be straight with you, Duchesne didn't tell you everything about his past. I met him while pursuing the Botfly Killer case. Do you remember his story about being captured by the Botfly Killer with a woman named Machi? Well, My team raided the house where the botfly killer was holding him.
He told us the demon tortured him and probably killed Machi.
That's only half true. We found the botfly killer and a young Asian woman in the mansion, who both retreated when we raised our guns on them.
Oh,
The woman was working with the botfly killer. She was also carrying a book wrapped in the skin, which she left at the scene. Anyway, we found Duchesne locked up in the basement. Those sick fucks built that place like some kind of set piece for a horror film. Cages, an altar of some sort, blood and bones everywhere. Duchesne was not in good shape, barely conscious and delirious with fever. Bore terrible wounds on his back. We had the paramedics come and take him to the hospital. When he came to, Duchesne wouldn't tell us a thing. Forensics later matched the skin on the book to Duchesne.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
You don't think someone got the book from solving Duchesne's memory room? I'd surmise that's what's happened.
I think we need to find Duchesne, right now. What if he was also working with this killer?
I may not be too much help right now, but I'm coming too.
wait. Before we go, I've told you all you wanted to know. Now you have to trust me. I want my gun back.
Max, I don't want you to kill yourself.
I won't. If we're lucky, this might be the last cycle. I'm sticking around for it.
y aquí dejamos la chorriventura de hoy. Porque se nos está haciendo tarde. Así que nada, hasta la próxima. Adiós, con otra muerte en nuestras espaldas.